Hey friends, Amanda here at Bare Bones Living, and welcome to our tiny home. You guys briefly saw a little bit of this when I showed you my chicks. I had them in, basically what it is it's a 1-bedroom tiny home. And this is where we had our brooder for our chicks. And now that they are out on pasture and they're all good. We don't have any worries about them anymore because they're fully feathered and they've been fully acclimated now. We've taken the brooder out and now it's time to turn this tiny house into a home. So let me show you what this tiny home looks like currently. So here is the tiny home in relation to our house, in relation to our back shed, which does not have electricity in it, even though you can see there is a window unit in there. They ran, the previous owners ran an extension cord from the tiny house to that AC unit for whatever reason. And then panning over our driveway here to our other shed, which does have electricity. And you can see off the back of, we have this side storage here that's partially enclosed. And then you can see this overhang off the back of this shed that he has equipped as kind of like a workshop area. But this one does actually have electricity in it, and we do have a freezer in there that is not working at this moment, but we can use it for a working freezer or grow lights for my gardening and things like that. That is our option. So then this is the tiny house, and you can see that there's all sorts of stuff in here, and knickknacks and train parts and scraps and things of that nature that the previous owners have left. This big plant here is actually a lavender that I discovered earlier. And then down in here, I found these are some thyme plants. There's 2, I believe, thyme plants here that have not been maintained. But I ripped some off, and I'm pretty sure that's what those are. I'm not sure what these are. If you happen to know what those 3 bushes are, please let me know. Not familiar. They were big train enthusiasts. And so there's lots of train things around. And then there's also a lot of broken glass, purposefully broken glass around. And my mother-in-law was nice enough to actually come through. Like, this thing was full of broken glass, and this garden here had a bunch of broken glass, and it still has some shards in it. And so she pulled all these weeds and tried to dig through and get glass out so that no one would hurt themselves. But the son that lived here was kind of one of those that thought all things were a treasure. But very hazardous for small children and not something that we wanted to keep around. But moving on, this is our walkway to our tiny house. There's all kinds of hanging cables. He had, you can see this dish thing here. He had some sort of extension dish that he was using for internet or TV, I believe. We have to fix this bottom step here because this is actually not secure. it's loose and poses an issue. But we have a deck. Everything needs work, so no judgment, please. They left a window unit here that I want to take out. It's got a cute little front porch that we'll have to fix up. We brought this swing that has seen better days, and now a little sparrow or something has decided to make it its home, but I'm going to refinish that at some point. And then walking into the house. So remember, we do not have any garages. We just have the 2 storage buildings and this tiny home. And so this tiny home has kind of become a catch-all because it is fairly insulated and it has electricity. So, and then we raised our chicks in here. So this house is very dusty from raising the chicks and the Keats in here. And then, like I said, it's kind of become a catch-all. So I want to document how it is currently so that we can kind of show the progress of how it all comes together. Behind this box here is a cutout for a dishwasher that they took with them. So that's just a big hole, but it does have a microwave and an electric stove. My dehydrator's out here, very dusty, and then the sink and everything. They also did take their refrigerator, which went here. And we have since put our freezer here, and this is actually turned on and chock full. And then we have another small freezer here that we believe has a thermostat issue and is not functioning. So it just has like my roaster pan in it and a couple of other things that we hope to fix soon and use. And then in here, this is like the living room area. So this is, I'm trying to show you guys here. This is the kitchen. And then there's like this nice little breakfast bar here. This place is really cute. It has a lot of potential in it. There's a lot of really cute details. That'll be a nice breakfast bar when we clean it up. And then, as you can see, there's a lot of wooden furniture kind of things in here. And these big pieces here are a bunk bed that we're going to be putting up in the bedroom in the back that I'll show you. And here's more pieces of that bed. There's a lot of bed pieces in here. And they're all in this living room area. Like they had a couch here. And then they had a faux fireplace here as their heat source. This house does not have heating, or it's not heated or cooled. And so they had a fake fireplace here. Our plan for this area is probably to put still a couch over on that side. And then I would like to put in this corner over here a wood-burning stove and pipe it out through the roof up here. But that's a later project, but until then this house is not heated. So we bought a space heater to heat the pipes when it's really cold. But then looking back this way, you can see the light through there. This is actually a loft up here for lots of storage, which is nice. And then that down there is the hallway to the bedroom. So then walking down this hallway here, this is the door that we just came in. It has one bathroom that is very disgusting and has never been used by us except for to fill the chicken's water. That water broke and I have yet to throw it away. But it actually has quite a bit of space in it. And it's got a really nice shower in it. Some nice detailing. Again, filthy. And I would not want anyone staying in here until we fix it. Directly across from that is like the pantry, I guess. And that's also where the electric box is, but it's like a big closet. I plan on using it as a pantry right now. It's very obviously a catch-all to put some things. And you can also see that nothing is finished. Now they bought this tiny house. I think they just bought an empty tiny house and then they sheetrocked it. But they didn't finish all the finishing. And then you can see up to the ceiling here. So that loft is up here and up there, and then up there. But it is quite nice. There's lots of lighting. Nice fan there. And then this is the bedroom at this end. Now this is the grody room. You guys have seen this a little bit when I had the peeps in here. That is where the brooder was. As you can see, the square on the ground. And all their netting and heater and things. We took them out and have yet to clean it. So that is my agenda for today. I want to take that out because it's going to be very cold this week, and close that window. It's got a nice closet here. I have to patch that hole. And then this is more part of that bed. So I plan on putting a bunk bed here, I believe. But that is all after I clean all this stuff. And then he built on this nice deck that has also seen better days. Looks like the top rail was removed there. This door, this sliding door, needs some help. It doesn't actually move very well, but it's got good bones. It's got a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see it all come to fruition. But first is things first, and we gotta clean this place. And now the room is cleared out. I ended up leaving the AC unit in the window because they screwed it into the window frame and I wasn't ready to deal with that yet. But everything else is cleared out. I've cleaned up all the bedding, gotten a lot of stuff out of here, and then I just really did like a light mopping. Mostly it was just like dusting because there was just so much dust and dander and things all over the floors. So this by no means is clean, but I don't know that I can truly convey to you guys how elated I am to have this clean. I can actually walk in the kitchen now. You know, like I said, we were just using this as a catch-all. And so a lot of things just got placed on the floor here, and so you couldn't even move around the kitchen. But now you can walk around in the kitchen. I still got a lot of things I have to clean up, and this front area is still full of stuff. And that is because we don't have the space for all that stuff. A lot of that was in the back bedroom, and we don't have the space to hold that stuff anywhere else but in this house. So we have decided to move it from one end of the house to the other so that I can completely clean out that back bedroom and then furnish that back bedroom or fix that wall or whatever. But we're going to work on half of the house and then the other half of the house. So I still have a ton of work to do on this house, but I am so excited to get at least this much done. You know, because we don't have any garages or barns or anything like that, you know, we're just using what we have at the moment for multiple uses. It was used to brood chickens and guineas as kind of like our barn. We're kind of using it as a somewhat temperature controlled environment for things that are electronic and things like that. And then because it has electricity, it has our freezer in it. So this has kind of been a multi-purpose building up until now. And it still will probably remain that way. But I want to be able to make it livable, inviting. I have tons of ideas for this place. Like I said, it has a lot of potential, but it needs a lot of TLC. And so my plan for this winter is to kind of make this my pet project. And I plan on renovating this tiny house myself. I don't really do construction or anything. I no experience in doing any kind of construction. But I plan on patching the wall by myself. Like I said, I want to put in a wood burning stove, things like that. Put in some trim pieces around the floors, paint this place, put trim around the windows, and really just make this place what it deserves to be and what it could be. And I'm excited to bring you guys along for this journey. So I am going to start a series on this tiny house, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So, like I said, please be kind. I don't have any experience with this stuff, and this house was a disaster when we got it, and then we added to it with those chickens, and they made a tremendous mess out of this place. And so we can only go up from here, right? So I hope you guys are ready for the journey, and let's do it, right? But so this is just the first of hopefully many to be coming out hopefully soon. But you know, as much as time will allow me with the children, now that this house is not a hazmat situation, like I wouldn't even let my children come in here because it was too dangerous, too many things on the floor, tripping hazard, plus a biohazard area with all the dander and everything like that. And I still need to do a full cleaning of this whole house. It is still extremely dirty, but just to be able to see the floor and be able to breathe in here a little bit more comfortably, I'm happy with where I'm at today. And I guess I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by today and joining in on our journey here at Bare Bones Living. We'll catch you on the next one.